creatures of the night. It's your girl Tati. I have just gotten back from Nigel McGuinness, a magic show. It's a magic show comedy, and I'm not gonna lie, I shed a tear or two up in there. Really, really great stuff. So, definitely, if Nigel is coming to a city near you, go ahead and check him out. It is just absolutely entertaining. So while I was doing that, obviously didn't get a chance to see Rampage until I got back to the hotel room. And I have to be honest, like, yeah, I know how I feel about heels. Like, I am a heel at heart, so I'm always cheering for the heels. And to open the show off with the Butcher teaming up with the Outrunners, I'm not gonna lie, I was just like, oh, they look like they go together. Like, they do complement each other, especially like how they look in terms of a team. They're going against a conglomeration, okay? And you already know when you hear conglomerations out there, they taking the W, especially Orange Cassidy out there, Mark Briscoe. We did have Kyle O'Reilly doing commentary, so Ishii was in the ring with them. When I tell you, Ishii is getting that check. All right, he is not playing with y'all. He's out here and he's putting work every episode. Even on Ring of Honor, he's been on Ring of Honor, so he is booked and busy, and that's what we like, being booked and busy. Now, with this trios match, I the predictability, it's just right there in front of your face. But it was still great to see us having the Butcher, putting in some work and actually doing, some tagging, since we haven't seen the Blade in God knows how long. Blade, I hope you're all right, boo. I don't know what's going on. We haven't seen you in a while. We did have Erica Lee, who is, I'm not sure what her role is in terms of being part of the Outrunners or whatever, but she's definitely giving 80s teased hair and everything. She does fit with that group pretty much. Orange Cassidy, I'm just like, I'm over it. Like, it's just too much for me. Way too much for me. They end up taking the win. Pastor Briscoe takes the win for the team with a Jay Driller. And it was entertaining, but after having a great night, you come home and you want to watch some wrestling. You just kind of don't want to see all that predictable shit. Like, y'all should just swerve us. Like, let the Butcher and the Outrunners take a win. I know people weren't expecting that. But still a great effort with this team. I wouldn't mind seeing the Butcher teaming up with them. And I'm glad to say that Outrunners getting their TV time, and I absolutely believe that they deserve it. Now, Outrunners in the ring still kind of crying over their L that it just took. But then here comes Nyla Rose coming out. And I'm just like, oh, she got a match and y'all in the ring. Y'all better clear it. But it turns out she has a match with Erica Lee. And prayers for Erica Lee, because it is not looking good for her at all. She gets her ass whooped by Nyla Rose. And, nothing much to see here. This was a bit on a squash. I think Erica did one little drop kick, and then from there she would just get her ass whooped the whole time. So there's nothing to see here. Nyla Rose have this new gear that is purple. It's the same design, but it's purple. And yeah, I know I love me some purple. And I thought it looked absolutely great. But other than this, you can skip this. So now we have Harley Cameron and Saraya in the ring. Saraya is complaining that she's not being part of All In. And Harley Cameron was saying that it's Saraya's birthday tomorrow. And then she started to sing. And oh my God, my ear bled for like a couple of seconds. But Saraya ended up stopping her because we don't want to hear it. She obviously wants to be at the show. You guys know she won the women's title at Wembley last year. And then, this year we're just not doing anything with her, to be honest with you. Now, while she's over here complaining, our women's champion, Toni Storm, ends up coming out, and she comes out, and she's looking good. She over here calling Saraya pasty titties and shit, and I was just like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing? Saraya looks great, though, by the way. She really does. I wish we would be able to see her more in the ring, but Toni Storm has been absolutely killing it. Now, Toni's just like, hey, look, next week we're going to be in Wales for Dynamite. If you can beat me on Dynamite, then, you can have that little spot of mine at the All In pay-per-view. Do anybody believe that Saraya is actually going to win that? No. But I am hoping to see a really great matchup between the two of them. Saraya, we got a chance to see her in the ring last week, and this time I'm just like, all right, I think we can get the best out of her with somebody like Tony Storm. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. And since it is like right around the corner from All In, don't be surprised if Mariah gets involved. So now we have this little promo, pre-tape promo from Daddy Ass and the Acclaimed. They have a match with FTR on Collision, and whoever wins that gets to go against the Young Bucks at All In. I'm at the point where just like I don't care about any of these teams. Y'all can all just go at it at All In. I feel like that's the route they're gonna go with it anyway. Because like real talk, I don't know if anybody actually really wants to see FTR versus the Young Bucks again at All In like last year. So I don't know. I'm not with it. They're obviously the heels in this situation. And I'm just like, oh, okay, y'all balls dropped, so that's nice to know. I don't care about this. I don't care about this. But I did find it interesting that Daddy Ass was getting in the trash talking too, which we have not actually seen or hear from him since they have seemingly had turned heel a couple of weeks ago. And now we're hearing Daddy Ass getting into this whole shenanigans or whatever the situation is. I'm over it. After this, we do have Nick Wayne, who goes against Kip Sapien, which is, Kip is so freaking talented. Sometimes I'm just like, why is this guy not on TV? Man, I have no clue. Y'all know maybe like a month ago or so, they put Kip into this into the storyline with the patriarchy. Kip's father had passed away, and Nick Wayne is just like, I don't give a damn that your daddy had passed away. And I'm just like, okay, where's this going? And finally, here we are, maybe like a month or so later, they have a one-on-one match. Kip is super, super talented. This guy should be on the shows way more often. I mean, shit, he could be like a key player in Ring of Honor. And for whatever reason, we don't see enough of him. Well, we don't barely see anything from him. And also Penelope as well. I don't know what's going on with that. But Kill Switch is ringside. Mama Wayne out there still holding the titles. And our stepdaddy Christian, he's backstage watching in front of the TV. I love it when they show Christian watching a match in front of the TV with the title on and everything. It's just classic Christian. I love it. Absolutely appreciate that. But honestly, interference and all this cheating and foolishness definitely ends up helping Nick Wayne take the win here. I did think they had good chemistry. There was a time or two where there might have been a little hiccup or whatever, but I'm just gonna turn a blind eye. I do hope that whatever this was with Nick Wayne and Kip Sapien, I hope that's over, but we can still see Kip more often on these shows. So now we have Private Party. They having some party back there. Cheesecake over there holding his little iPad with the guest list and everything. The infantry is over there. There was somebody else that I couldn't tell. Oh, and then Abaddon. Abaddon is sitting at a table looking like they drinking like apple juice or something. Whatever the hell Abaddon was doing, I was like, hey, I'm feeling it, and I wish I was sitting at that table with you. Now, Scorpio Sky is trying to get in at the party, and Cheesecake's like, bitch, your name is not on the list. Where do you think you're going? Now, he's like, oh, this is how you treat the one half of the first AEW Tag Champions. And then here comes Brandon Cutler. You hear this? Brandon Cutler and some girls. They are actually being let into the party. And then Scorpio Sky's like, what? Brandon is getting in? And Brandon's like, well, how you going to hate from outside the club? And I was just like, I'm done. I am so done. And he ends up getting inside the party. And then Private Party comes out and they see Scorpio Sky. And it's like, you know what? He good. He can come in. We'll let him come in. And they let him go inside with them. I don't know where this is going in terms of whatever. I have no clue. But it was great to see Scorpio Sky again because it's like he had a couple of promos. I'm going to say like 2 months ago, something like that, where it was giving very sort of kind of learning tree vibes a little bit. And then all of a sudden we didn't see anything. We haven't heard nothing about Scorpio Sky. Well, Scorpio Sky did do an interview with Chris Van Vliet, but that's not like AEW related, like to be on the show. So here we are. And he's getting a somewhat TV time, and I don't know where this is going. But I want to see more of Scorpio Sky. I mean, who don't want to see more of Scorpio Sky? So now, Kyle Fletcher and Rouge teaming up against Red Titus and KM. Red Titus, that's my boy, man. Every time I hear his name, I know what's happening. I know what's about to happen. Red is getting that check. That's what that is. This was a squash, to be completely honest with you. I do, when I'm looking at Rouge and I'm looking at Kyle Fletcher, I actually really like this pairing. Y'all already know I'm not gonna get into it because Takeshita, oh my god, Takeshita. Let me not get into it. Takeshita obviously has been eliminated from the G1 tournament, and I almost had a breakdown on the Ring of Honor watch along the other day because Takeshita, oh my god, I was just the Prayer Warriors, y'all ain't come through. I said we wanted Takeshita versus Zack Sabre Jr. at the end of the G1, and that's not what we're getting. Now, moving on. This was more of a squash match, and I wish we could have gotten a chance to see a little bit more of how Rouge and Kyle could be a tag team. They ended up taking a win. I mean, who's surprised about this? But after the match, they're backstage, and Don Callis seems to be really happy with whatever Rouge is doing. And, I really feel like Rouge really wants to, I guess, prove himself and, be under the guidance, under the wing of Uncle Don. And after Rouge leave, Kyle apologizes for not listening to Uncle Don's advice and getting his ass whooped by our scumbag. So, Uncle Don was like, baby, you don't gotta apologize to me. We're family. We're good. And I'm just like, okay, this is interesting. I know some people are kind of looking at things to be, I don't know, different between Kyle Fletcher in this group. He's obviously kind of sort of in the middle a little bit of being the bad guy with Uncle Don and also being besties, gal pals with Will Ospreay. And I would not be surprised if that friendship of Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher might come into play at All In, but we'll see. We'll see. Under the guidance of Uncle Don, who knows what Uncle Don is whispering in his ears. Now, main event. MXM Collection, always looking good. I can appreciate that. But Top Flight comes out with Layla Gray. And remember, like maybe a week ago or so, Layla Gray, she's joined the group as the flight attendant valet. And she looks great, absolutely great. And I think it's a great, great idea for her. But now, they come out with Leo Rush, who is, I guess, whatever with this group. And then Action Andretti and Dante Martin, Darius Martin, they come out and they're wearing pilot uniforms. And I'm thinking, and I know what y'all thinking. For those of y'all who didn't see it, what's wrong with that? They're named Top Flight, and Darius actually got his pilot license. Okay, the look is not cute. It's not cute. I think something could have been done with the gear that would read more wrestling and not like actual pilots. And it really gives, we just got off the plane and we just came to fight. And I don't necessarily like the look. I feel like we could have still give that type of look, like especially like they could have had tights on and they could have had like the stripes on the side, like how the uniforms look. Like they could have done, something could have been done where it reads wrestler and not a fucking pilot. And I know that's what they're going for, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. A lot of people don't like how it looks. And, they go out there. It's a tag match. So Action Andretti, he keeps the whole uniform on while Dante and Darius take off their shirts, and rightfully so. And I'm just like, oh, Action Andretti, so you're not going to take that shirt off too? I don't like the look. I don't. I actually don't like it. I do like that Layla Gray is part of that team. I think it adds character to that team. So I'm cool with it. This was a really great match. And MXN Collection, they're showing y'all that they're ready. They are absolutely ready. And I've enjoyed them since the moment that they came to AEW. They've done a really great job. These guys, they are a tag team and they have fully conceptualize everything it is that they do in the ring, and everything that they do has a purpose. And that's what I like, where it's just like, damn, they look like they've been doing this forever, and I love it. When you can find somebody to do stupid shit with you and make it look cool, that right there, man, that's a tag partner for life. So I absolutely love them. Really great match. I was hoping for MXM collection to take the win, and Top Flight won, and I just kind of, I don't know, but oh, hold on. But Mason, this guy, he's so tall, he's so strong. Oh man, I love it. I love it. And he did his own kind of bit of a hip attack that I actually really, really love. I don't know what that was about, but I absolutely enjoyed it. But damn, I don't know. If it was me, I would have went with MXM Collection to take the win. And when I'm watching for another week on Rampage, that we're seeing some excellent tag team action and not seeing any of those really great teams, Top Flight, MXM Collection, Private Party, and them being in the title picture, which is just so wild to me. I just don't understand what it is. And I love AEW, whatever. But if next year we're looking at All In, which I'm ready to buy tickets for you guys. It's going to be in Texas. I can't wait. If they're going to be All In next year, and it's looking like none of those teams are even up for going for those titles, then there's a problem. There's an actual problem. I don't want it to feel like it's the same teams or the same wrestlers with the same opportunities years after year, when we really have a lot of people that are so talented going out there busting their butts for years and years and not even being able to breathe next to these titles. So we'll see what ends up happening. But another really great match from tag teams. Tag division is definitely waking up, and I can appreciate that. Guys, thanks so much for watching my review. Tomorrow night will be my last night at Collision. They won't be doing any more Collisions or Ring of Honor. And it's a little bittersweet for me, because I'm not going to lie. I've been like coming out here every weekend and coming to these shows. And while I do like it, I'm kind of tired. I miss like sleeping in on the weekends. It's been a while. And I've enjoyed all these shows that I've gone to. And I have to say, like, if y'all have never been to a wrestling show, go to support your local indie promotion. Go to AEW, go to WWE, TNA, wherever, whatever's near you. Go take a little trip and go experience wrestling. It's really a great time, and you wouldn't regret it. You definitely wouldn't regret it. Guys, thanks so much for watching my review. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for Collision Review. Bye.